Love how each region had their own unique scenic views, with cultures and customs only found in those areas. To my left was this sweet German girl named Sibel from Frankfurt, and to my right was Blanca from Slovenia. I immediately felt the mother vibe from Blanca, and I walked with these beautiful ladies
Oh
for
my
a couple
god.
of days. We drank beer and connected in many spiritual ways. Sibel and I spent quite some time on the Camino and ate our fair share of kebabs, drinking late nights in nameless bars to walking aimlessly through cities which never slept. We carried ourselves in our conversations, and I will always be thankful for those moments. There was so much beauty along the Camino that to explain it in its magnitude is something that you have to see and live. Eating with other pilgrims, seeing the city in the distance, to finally enjoying a coffee in the city center, getting situated at the albergue and fixing your bed,
Sí. Muy bien. Sí, ¿no?
exploring cities
Los
you've
vídeos siempre
never
están
heard of,
que he visto en Instagram
saying
son de
goodbye to people who walked with you, to once again being lost in nature, finding your Camino brothers once more, washing clothes in the sink because you finally had the luxury of a nice accommodation. Hay momentos buenos y momentos difíciles, y este día era el más difícil del camino. José y yo bautizamos este día como la etapa de dos cojones. Después de andar 8 horas habíamos mirado el pueblo en la distancia y pensábamos que el día estaba hecho, pero no. Caminamos por curvas que para nosotros era una eternidad. Cada paso era un dolor. Cada curva era muy parecida a la curva anterior. 2 horas para llegar al pueblo, y al llegar al albergue nos habían dicho que ya no había más camas. Gracias a la hospitalera nos encontró 2 colchones donde podíamos dormirnos. Y por fin, el día estaba hecho. The Camino is a metaphor for life. You are not going to walk back to the city you came from. You are going to move forward because that is the way. To look back and see how far you've come puts everything into perspective. And that is one of the greatest lessons of all. That no matter how hard life gets, we must always push forward, one step at a time.
Happy endings are for those who wait. Last night I fell for you on ice drunk straight. Your shattered see-through dreams reflected my state. My broken wisdom has come far too late. Moving inside a circular visual orbit. Your earth revolves around my sun. Being chased by the devil can be angelic. Here's another brother shaking with the psychedelic. It's a sensation, a blind creation. Moving through my days done. Yeah, you got my heart stopped. Yeah, yeah. Or you can go with this, or you can go with that, or you can go with this, or you can go with that, or you can go with this, or you can go with that, or you can go with force. You can go with this, or you can go with that, or you can go with this, or you can go with that, or you can go with this, or you can go with that, or you can go with force. It's a sensation, a blind creation, moving through my day.
Today's the day. Well. Había llegado el día, y la energía que sentía en el aire es algo que nunca olvidaré en mi vida.
Hey. Hola. 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 Por
Sí, está lejos todavía, pero ahí está.
Santiago.
Sí.
Santiago.
Guerreros. Cago en Dios.
Guerreros del Norte.
Esa es la bienvenida a Santiago. La gaita. Vamos. Irún.
Coldest night.
Guerreros del Norte. Warriors of North. Miles de años. Llegamos. Vamos.
840 kilometers, which is 521 miles, 38 days of walking, and finally, I had made it to Santiago de Compostela. There were days that I felt my spine would break, days that felt like an eternity, days that I didn't have the strength to put one foot in front of the other. Yet I never gave up.
Vamos, Giovanni, que hemos
I
llegado.
fought
Me
hard,
cago en Dios.
dug deep, and kept moving forward no matter the cost. Life will pin you down and keep you there if you let it, but step by step, anything is possible. Most importantly is that on this camino, I achieved my ultimate goal, and that was finding myself.
Giovanni está flipando. Fuck yeah! ¿Cómo te sientes, Giovanni?
Como un puto toro, tío.
Llegamos. Nice. Oh shit, man. Woo! Oh man.
June 823.
Emoción.
No, we came from France, yes, from Irún. I think 38, something like that. Yes. Yeah,
Igual.
me too.
Llegamos.
Tu hermano, man. Mi hermano.
Un abrazo, Giovanni. Lo conseguimos, tío.
Let me take photos. Yeah, yeah.
Sí, tío.
Giovanni Barrón.
Sí. That night we drank and celebrated like kings. We were on top of the world, and more than anything, we were grateful.
Giovanni, graba. ¿Van a ver esto en el video ustedes?
We stayed in Santiago for 3 days, and I couldn't tell you how many hours I stared at the church. To me, it symbolized my goals and struggles on a large scale I could physically see. I also was reunited with friends I made along the way. After a few days, it was time to move on. And where, you might ask? Well, on the second day of my Camino, when I first met Jose and Felix, I had asked them if they were going all the way to Santiago, and Felix answered, Nosotros vamos hasta que se acabe la tierra. We are walking till the end of the world. Looking back and seeing the cathedral in the distance was psychologically empowering. To walk for so long to get to this point and see it fade into the distance was like a movie. And for the first time, I had this feeling as if I was given a pen to write my life, my story, any way I wanted. Like Elena Luna mentioned that the Romans and Celtics would walk in the direction of the sun, well, Felix continued that story and told me that those first pilgrims didn't stop in Santiago. Their journey ended in a town called Fistera, which is located in the most western point of Spain. Here, the Romans and Celtics could walk no further, and Fistera literally translates to fin de tierra, end of the world. Felix told me how this place was another world, and the sunsets there were unlike any other. To get there was only 3 extra days of walking from Santiago. I knew then that my journey didn't truly end in Santiago, but it would end there. He went on to tell me that here, people burn their boots as a symbol of purification, letting all the negativity there and walking away with a clean slate, a fresh start in life. When I left my hometown, that is what I was in pursuit of, a fresh start. Before I knew it, I was walking into what would be some of the best days of this human life.
Ahora te das cuenta de que estamos en un cabito cuando ves así. No.
Oh yeah. After only 3 days of staying at the albergue Sol y Luna, Miguel, the owner, asked me if I could help him run the albergue for the summer, and I couldn't have been more happier to help. To now be on the opposite side and receiving and helping people out any way that I could was one of the best feelings. We are all alone together, and I was thankful every day, for I was living in John Lennon's song, Imagine.
Which is in Slovenia.
You?
I come from Steisling, which is in the south of Germany.
Ivan?
I'm from San Sebastian, Spain.
I'm from Miami, Florida, and my parents are Cuban.
From Canada, and my parents are from Hong Kong.
I'm from Austria. Styria. Austria.
From the United States, Lewisburg, Pennsylvania.
I'm from Lüneburg in Germany.
I'm from Bratislava, Slovakia.
United States, Texas.
I'm from London in England.
I'm from Leipzig, Germany.
I'm from Belle-Île-en-Mer in France.
I'm from Tokyo, Japan.
I'm from Banska Štiavnica, Slovakia.
Beautiful. Here we go.
I also had the opportunity to celebrate the albergue's 11th birthday.
Hay que cantarle. Happy birthday, ¿no?
Happy birthday, dear albergue Sol y Luna.
¿Vamos a soplarle o qué?
Venga.
1, 2 y...
Qué guapa, qué guapa.
Bueno, esto me lo voy a quedar yo.
Ya ves.
A journey into the Camino is a journey into oneself. And once you come out of it, you realize that the Camino never truly ends because it is inside us all. Even after kilometer zero, we must continue to take one step further. It's all a matter of following a different kind of arrow. So take a deep breath, trust the signs, and know that the Camino provides. Oh yeah, and buen camino.
Dime hacia dónde van los días, dime hacia dónde van a terminar. Oye, dime hacia dónde van, mamá, dime por dónde vendrán. Dime, dímelo, dímelo, mamá, dime por vendrás.